When we talk about business, what do we really mean? The primary goal of every business is to make profit. To have a successful business, to have a business that is sustainable, scalable, you need to have the mindset for it. Hello, welcome to the Business Essential. My name is PY. Today, I want to talk about the business mindset. What I believe is the foundational principle that everybody should know and learn about. All right, I did not know about this or fully know about it when I started my business. So I'm going to share the experience with you. This is part one of it.
Enjoy tips and strategies to build a profitable business.
When we talk about business, what do we really mean? What do we mean by business? I mean, we have definitions upon definitions of it, but what is the simplest meaning of business? All right, to me and how I have understood it is this. Business is an entity or an organization whereby this entity organization engage on commercial, industrial, or professional service. All right, they engage in those services by providing goods or services to the consumer. Remember, I'm saying consumer, I'm not saying customer, to the consumer. And they will do all of this for one main reason. The primary goal of every business is to make profit. Again, I didn't say to make money, it's to make profit, because you can make money without making profit. So this is what I'm going to be discussing and sharing my experience with you. So that is the meaning of a business. But to have a successful business, to have a business that is sustainable, scalable, you need to have the mindset for it. So again, for us to be on the same page, what is a mindset? A mindset, what I have learned small about it is this, is the collection of one's belief, attitudes, and assumptions that they hold of themselves and of the world. All right. This belief actually shapes the way they think, the way they interpret things, and then the actions they take in terms of challenges and opportunities. So for example, you have 2 or 3 people having the same experience, looking at the same thing, but coming out with different and complete interpretations of it. So this is why you need to understand the principles behind the business mindset. Why it's so important, why I believe is the foundation of every business. Now that we know what a business is, and then now that we have an explanation of what a mindset is, why is it so good or so important to have a business mindset? Because setting up a business is uncertainty. Like, there are a lot of uncertainty in businesses, right? The government can change and come up with a law that will change the way you run your business forever. There could be technologies that will come that will change certain things in your business, right? There could be the customers actually evolving from what you think was working yesterday, but today is not working. So your mindset has to be able to adapt to every stage of it. Let me give you an example. When I started my business running a delivery company, right? To be frank with you all, I did not sit down to draw up a business plan and say that I will start with this and do that and do this and do that, and 2 years I will do that. I did not do any of those. And then what happened was that I had the opportunity to have some funds to buy some motors and start, because at that time that was the ish, right? But I'm telling you, if I had understood what I'm telling you right now, my approach to it would have been very different. because I bought motors without riders. And now I was looking for riders, right? So you see, but I knew that I was going into this business to make money. I was going to this business to make money and have profit out of that money. But was my service unique? Was what I was going to do very unique? It wasn't very unique, to be frank with you, because what I was going to do was the same as what everybody was doing. So if you understand your business aspect of it and you understand the mindset of going into it, will save you a lot of issues, right? So the requirement for having a successful business, what are they? You know, when it comes to mindset, there are two in running a business, right? There are two types, common ones, right? They have a fixed one, fixed mindset. These people think that, oh, this is how it is. And they can, regardless of what they do or learn, they cannot do anything about it. For example, somebody will say, me, I'm not very good at maths. So what is the point in even trying to kind of fix this situation mathematically? That is a fixed mindset. They believe that abilities and intelligence are static. They cannot do anything about it. But there's another group of people who believe and have adopted what they call the growth mindset. All right? Yes, they believe that it's not intelligence and abilities are not static. For example, if they put in the effort, if they put in the learning, the practice, they can become better at it. This is what I want you to be. This is what I want us to focus on. As a business person, somebody who wants to enter into a business, first, understand what business means. And then second, understand that your business mindset will make you or break you. All right. If you understand these two fundamentals, it's not about book and everything. And when I'm talking about intelligence, I'm not talking about classroom format. You sit in a classroom and you say you are intelligent. No, that's what I'm talking about. I will go into details, the difference between intelligence and wisdom and all of that. But for now, as a business person, as someone who wants to go into a business, know those two things. Business, the meaning of true business, okay, and then the meaning of mindset. When you combine these two, and then you practice what you learn from here and from other sources, trust me, because these are universal principles. These principles were not made by a man, all right? It will work everywhere in the world, and regardless of your color, religious background, or where you were born, right? It will work for you. So growth mindset is what I want us to focus on, because we will need that if we are going to be able to be successful in our business. All right, so growth mindset, when we say somebody has a growth mindset in a business, they believe, it is their belief that everything that in business that they are learning can be improved. Everything that they are facing can be worked on. Everything that they will encounter, because you will encounter them. If you are running a business for a long time, you will encounter challenges, you will encounter obstacles, right? Your employees can become a very big issue for you, or even yourself can become an obstacle to yourself. So this growth mindset is a mindset you need, so that when you encounter any of those, all right, you'll be able to overcome them. So that is a mindset that you would need in a business. All right. So let's look at why this matters. Why having the right mindset in a business matters. I've alluded to that earlier, but let me repeat that again. Because businesses face challenges. All right. Businesses will face challenges. All right. So when you have this growth mindset, it will help you to adapt, help you to kind of innovate and then stay competitive. If you don't have that, you become stagnant and nothing will happen at all for you. So for example, let's say you want to go into Gari biscuits, right? Flavored Gari biscuits. What do you have to do? Do you think it's going to be like plain sailing all the time? No, it's not going to be like that. You have situations whereby even where you buy your cassava from, your machine that you will be using, All right, the people who have been buying from you, you have challenge for them. So what do? Do you fold up and think that it's not going to work again? No. When you have a growth mindset, you will do one. You will also investigate what the issue is and overcome it. Two, you will make sure that the feedback that you get from your customers, you work on it. There are so many companies, right, around the globe, globally and locally, that missed the feedback from their customers and now they are no more. So this is what I want you to learn. I don't want you to kind of begin to think so different, so big, and say, Charlie, business today is so difficult. I mean, I don't have the temperament to do business in Ghana. Ghana, for the one year business, it wouldn't go on well. No, but we have people in Ghana who are making it. So what makes you think you cannot do it? All right. Today, I just want to talk to you about this. Understanding the business and then the mindset of running into it. This is just the part one of it. In part two, I'll be talking about how you can go on about having, selecting the right business and having the right mindset for it. So I would want you to like, comment, and then share your views about what I've just taught, right? And then what you think you would want to see or hear me talk about in part two. So do not forget, like, share, and comment. So I will see you in part two.